It's, as always, a pleasure to bring Chris Cabrera. He's the representative for the Border Patrol Union, and I understand that he made a trip out southwest to take a look at a facility. I believe it was a Border Patrol facility that was flipped from training to processing. Chris, welcome back to the show. Tell me about your trip, brother. What did you see?
Well, I went out there to where they do the Border Patrol Training Academy, and they converted a little piece.
Where is that, brother, by the way? Where is that training facility?
Artesia, New Mexico.
Okay, Artesia.
They converted a little piece of it to house some family units.
Okay. Family units this time, because all the housing places that I hear are for kids. So, but since this is Border Patrol and not HHS, I guess this is for family units to be processed to HHS. Is that the way it's working?
Well, I think they're already processed. They're already been to the processing stage, and now it's more of a detention facility for the.
So this is a hold and deport type of facility.
Yes, supposedly they're deporting them from there. Mainly people from Central America, and I think they're there maybe 3 to. I guess they're supposed to be there between 3 to 5 weeks, and then from there they board a plane and head back to their home country.
Okay. And how many people can this Border Patrol facility house for that much time?
I believe right now they're sitting at about 200 people. I believe they can hold up to 600 people.
Okay, so that's going to be a few family units, maybe 200 to 300, quote unquote, family units that may be held that long. Why does it take so long? Do you know to get, as you said, 4 to 5 weeks? Why does it take so long to get them a flight back to their respective country?
Well, I guess part of it is they have to one, get the funding for it.
Oh.
2, get enough people to go on the plane, and then get placement for everybody back in their home country.
Where do we find all these planes, by the way? Artesia, New Mexico. I love New Mexico. It's nice, but there's a lot of small communities out there. Do they even have the airport facility to house all these planes coming in and out? And where do we find them? Are these all charter jets? Are they government planes? Where do we get these planes?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're charter jets or what. I'm pretty sure they're charter jets, but. Okay. I'm not certain, but yeah, it's a very, very, very small community. I mean, it's tiny.
Your comment that we are deporting family units is the first truly, I would say, substantive confirmation that we are now in the business of sending some of these folks back as quickly as possible. I guess trying to send a message to Central America. Is this a shift in policy at Border Patrol? Is that the way you see it?
I believe so, and I was actually surprised when I heard it. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it, and it seems like it's a step in the right direction, finally.
All right, Chris Cabrera with the Border Patrol Union here in South Texas, joining us on 710 KURV.
Chris, Tim Sullivan here. So this facility in New Mexico, it's not like the facility in San Antonio at Lackland, right? It's a different type of place?
Yeah, it's actually a training center, and they got some portable buildings set up. They put up some fencing. Within the...
And as far as the holding conditions, it's not a place to house the kids for a long period of time like in Lackland. It doesn't look Serge like mentioned it's hold and deport.
And it doesn't look like a dog cage, right?
No.
Well, yeah, what are the conditions? Are the kids being held in close quarters, or are they do they get some space, or?
Yeah, they have little portable buildings and little bunks set up. They have little recreation areas, and as far as holding facilities go, it's actually fairly decent.
How are things going here in the processing centers here and where the kids are being held? I read a headline that the backlog is beginning to be reduced to the point that Border Patrol has stopped sending the kids to San Diego. Anything changed in terms of how these kids, the conditions in which these kids are being held here?
Well, the conditions in which they're held here have stayed the same. They're very grim conditions, very sparse. We're not designed to hold people more than a few hours, and I don't know if they stopped sending people to San Diego or not. If they have, I'm fairly certain it's because of the protests out there, and has nothing to do with the fact that people have stopped coming, because people are still coming quicker than we can handle.
And how would you describe the conditions for these kids in the holding centers here?
No, it's just terrible. We don't even really have holding centers here yet. They're in our border patrol stations and concrete walls. Some of them are outside in the Sally Port. No air conditioned. There's no beds. They may get a blanket.
How long are the kids there for? How long do they have to sit in these kind of conditions before they're placed elsewhere?
Technically, they're supposed to be there less than 3 days.
But how long are they there in reality?
Do stay longer.
Yeah, it's a 4 or 5, maybe. I heard one lady tell me it was 9 days.
Yeah, and we've heard 8.
Hey, man, are you allowed to change that? I know, look, and this is why some folks in the Border Patrol are expressing disappointment and the morale is low, and I get it. You're human beings, and you don't like seeing people in these conditions, and these are the work conditions you're forced to work under. Are you allowed to change that in any way? Can you bring in donations from anyone in there? I don't know, just some blankets, pillows, food, something to try to make the stay a bit more bearable, especially for these kids that are crying at night trying to figure out what they do next.
Yeah, I don't know if they would allow it, but I think that we should bring in, if people have stuff that they would like to donate, whether it be
where do they go to see you in case they want to do something like that, Chris?
They can take it straight over to the McAllen Border Patrol Station or even the Westaco Border Patrol Station, even the sector in Edinburgh, and drop it off there.
Okay, man. That's good to know, and we'll try to repeat that later in the show. Maybe bring you back on the afternoon drive. Some of the pictures that we have seen of the conditions at the Border Patrol holding tanks, they've been snuck out. Conscientious individuals who work for Border Patrol, and here's my question, who perhaps worked for Border Patrol. Has anyone been fired for sneaking out these pictures, providing these pictures to the media? Are you working any of those grievance cases right now?
No, we haven't seen anybody get in trouble. Those ones that came out that made it public, I seriously doubt that was a Border Patrol agent. As far as a rank and file Border Patrol agent that took that picture, those seem to be more of an official type picture, just for the fact that whoever was taking those pictures, the people were smiling and waving for the camera. And there's no way a Border Patrol agent could sneak a picture in like that just for the fact that people would have to see him with a camera. So it seems like even though Border Patrol did take that picture, it seemed to be more of an official photo that
they were allowed to do so at a time before they clamped down and said no more pictures or cameras.
Well, I think it was done for an official visit, and then somebody who got a hold of it just kind of
very well
leaked it out there to the media, which was a good deal.
All right, Chris, thank you much. Chris Cabrera with the local Border Patrol Union office joining us on 710 KURV.